Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 cast by GLiTCH. Oh god, I can't say it anymore. After casting 4 games, I don't know why I'm casting so many games today, but I just felt like casting games, and I played some good games on ladder today, so I'm proud of them. So I wanted to show them off a little bit. Hope you guys enjoyed them anyway. Spawning here in the top right position of Star Station as the blue Zerg player, we have yours truly, GLiTCH. Spawning in the bottom left position, my opponent here, spawning as the red Zerg, we have Caretaker. So we've already seen one ZVZ from me today. I'm going to be doing a similar opening to the one that you saw in the previous game, but this game's going to go a little bit differently than the other game did because this guy is going to opt to go for Roach Hydra versus the Mutalisk style of play that I'm going to be going for, because I'm going to be going for a similar style build that you saw in the game versus Livabee. So I'm going to be opening up 14 pool, 14 gas, because I just want to be super safe. I've heard that economically it's pretty much identical to a 10 pool. This is what I've been told, that opening 14-14 is pretty much identical economically to a 10 pool followed up by a hatchery. And I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't actually checked the stats on it, but it may be. I might believe that. I don't think that it would get you the Zergling speed though at the same time. It's definitely going to get you, it might get you the same economy, but I do not think that it's going to get you as early of a Zergling speed there. It will get you a faster hatch though in trade for that early Zergling speed. So I think that's kind of one possibility, but I have been told that by Masters players that I should just be 10 pooling if I'm going to be going for this 14-14. Like they've told me that it's better to just go 10 pool. But I don't know, so far this has been working out for me really well, just getting up this really early ling speed. It keeps me thinking about map control, because by getting this early Zergling speed, it keeps this thing in my head where I'm constantly thinking, haha, I have map control because I can run around with these Zerglings and you can't do anything about it. So I end up being really active with my scouting lings, so I really like it a lot. So that's kind of the style I've been going for. Now, Caretaker did also go here for a fairly quick pool and gas as well as hatchery. His gas is much more delayed over mine though. His gas started much later. He opted, I believe he went for pool into hatch and then into gas there. So he's going to have a pretty good economy here getting into the mid game. You can see we're identical on workers right now, but look at his hatchery is done nearly. His hatchery is like 3/4 done, and mine is just now being started. So he's going to be able to get ahead in worker count very soon. And this is something that I'm aware of. So that's the one thing that you need to take away from this, is that if you do go for this kind of 14-14 opening, is that there are areas that you're going to be behind. You're going to have this fast Zergling speed, but you're trading it for a little bit of economy. His economy is going to be a little bit better than mine. My Zergling speed will give me the map control. And oh, there's this one Overlord here, and actually Caretaker gonna opt not to be caught out in the middle of the map. Very smart move there by Caretaker, because he saw my Zerglings coming across the map here, and it takes 4 Zerglings to kill a queen. So he decided that he's just gonna pull right on home until he can be nice and safe and not gonna risk trying to kill that Overlord. So that Overlord gets to live, but I'm opting to go through here anyway. I see that he's already got 4 lings on the field here, no drones mining, and I get up into the main to try to see what he's doing in the main, and I see a lot of these guys building, and I'm thinking, those could possibly be lings. So I'm going to go back out to the natural, and there's my ling speed kicking in here. Notice his is still only halfway done, and oh, a little bit of miscontrol there by me. I meant to get out of there completely, but I end up losing my lings there. Not so good, because now I just lost all of my map control, and my hatchery's not up yet, and I don't know whether those units that he built here were lings or drones. So I'm trying to get my Overlord into a position, yeah, there's my Overlord, where I can see. So I can see that he's building some drones here. So I'm feeling a little bit safe here. So I made some more lings just to get a little bit more map control, but now I'm just going to be going right back into drones. As you can see, after getting up this natural hatchery, I do immediately retake this 3rd gas, and so I start to get out here so I can start to get up my bathing nest, and I actually haven't thrown down my bathing nest. Should be going down. Yeah, there we go. At 50 gas should be going down. Everything else should just be going into getting up lots and lots of drones at this point. If I want to be really defensive, I can get up some spines. Now with these lings, I did run out here, and actually he overreacted. He saw those lings coming, and he actually pulled all of his drones into the main, as well as made a whole lot more lings. So So I did, and 2 spines. So that's a huge overreaction there from him. So I'm really, really happy about those lings from me. That I think was actually a really, really smart move there, because he overreacted like crazy, and now his baneling nest is up. But now I know that he's got a lot of lings, so I said, all right, I need to be a little bit safer. So I need to get up some lings. So you're gonna see me make a small round of lings here pretty soon. But the baneling nest is now almost complete. Spine crawler is complete, and I'm just trying to get up more workers here. Yeah, there we go. More zerglings coming down now, just because I want to be 100% safe. He got up these zerglings, but my zerglings are going to be a little bit later than his. So technically, I'm going to have more money, right? Because he made all these. All of these larvae that I had, I made into drones, whereas he made them into lings. So even though now I'm going to end up with the same number of lings as he has, I'm going to be more economic. I'm going to have more money because I got them in a different order than he did. So that's a really, really important thing to notice. So now I'm pulling back here with my lings, because now I know that I've got this here, and I know that he's not being super aggressive. I got this overload that I can see. But he's actually doing something a little bit sneaky here. He threw down a roach warren in his main, and he got out a small number of roaches here. And so now he's actually moving, and I'm gonna see it with this overlord, but I actually wasn't paying attention on the minimap. On the minimap, I just saw movement, so I assumed they were lings coming down. So I throw down my roach worm, my evolution chamber, and I said, I'm gonna have 4 banelings, and I'm gonna be able to hold off everything. 5 banelings, and I'm gonna be able to hold off everything he comes at me with, because I wasn't aware of the roaches. I didn't actually check it. I just saw the yellow dots moving at me, so I said, okay, he's coming out with me a lot of stuff. So I knew that he had a lot of banelings. I saw that he had a lot of banelings, so I said, all right, okay, hold on. I need to full wall here then. So I threw up 2 more spines and fully walled off everything with a roach warren and evolution chamber, and this is gonna buy me the time to get up more and more units. You see 14 zerglings now on the way, but he's just gonna crash all of his banelings onto my buildings here, so he loses all of those. And so now I'm gonna come in here, and finally I realize, oh my god, he's got roaches. So I'm trying to hold the roaches here, but all the zerglings get into the main, so I decide I better go save my workers here, leave my queens to try to defend this, as well as my spines if they can. So as you can see here, missing an I can't remember what it's called. Transfuse, not infuse. I was gonna say infuse, but no. My banelings did get a good hit there and cleaned up all the zerglings here, but now it looks like he's finally gonna be able to pick off those spine crawlers, and now all my lings and drones are being pulled offline here to be able to defend against this attack. I really, really want to hold this attack, and all of these are so low because I crashed all of my banelings, got good baneling hits off one of his roaches. If he would have spread those roaches out, then he definitely would have been in a fantastic spot. And those banelings would have done nearly as well, but those banelings brought all of his units down so low, and now I'm in a pretty good spot here. My worker count still higher than his, 28 harvesters to 23, and notice he doesn't have much mining going on here at his natural, and so now I'm actually ahead. So I've decided, you know what, I'm just gonna throw down a spire. In this game, I wasn't actually planning on going for spire tech this game around, because I've really been wanting to try to figure out a way to play this more roach infestor or roach hydra infestor based, but in this game I decided, you know what, I think I held that off really, really well, and I'm feeling ahead. So I'm gonna go be a little bit aggressive with these lings, force him to make more lings, and force him to make more banelings, because I don't want him making drones, that's for sure right now. As you can see, drone count's a little bit evened up, 33 harvesters to 34 harvesters, but I'm going up to all my gases, and I see that he's still not mining gas here. He's actually taking this gas, but he still hasn't taken this one. So I said, you know what, I'm going up to 4 gas geysers. I've got my spire on the way, and I don't need a lot of minerals. So you know what, I'm gonna neglect mining some minerals here, even though I'm droning it now. I'm getting up more and more drones to start mining those minerals. I want to get up as much gas as I can before this spire is done. I'm also throwing down a couple more spines just to be a little bit safe in case he decides to come at me with those lings and banelings that he's got there. And now you can see that the spire is going to be finishing here, drone count's going to be getting up, and now I'm going to start to make a whole lot of mutalisks. And so now you can see on Caretaker side of the map, he is throwing down this hatchery, and he's finally taking that 4th gas. So I'm feeling pretty good that even if he's going for mutas, I feel like I'm going to be pretty far ahead. Evolution chamber now going down for him as well. No hydralisk den yet from him either, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I send in my lings to try to deny this hatchery, and get a good baneling hit there. I'm going to try to run in again, try to get another good baneling hit. Trying to get him in there. Didn't quite get the second one though, so I decide, you know what, I'm just going to pull back, and I'm going to wait for my mutalisks to come out, because I've got 6 mutalisks on the way. Some might already be out on the field. No, it doesn't look like there are any quite on the field yet. But the Spire is done, and there we go. 10 Mutalisks are now on the way, and he knows. So he's throwing up lots and lots of spores. Did he actually see the Spire? Yeah, he saw the Spire with an Overseer somewhere. Somewhere he had an Overseer that he saw it with. So he knows that they're coming. So he's throwing down spores all over his base, 3 in each base, as well as, but nothing at the third. So this is the thing about this timing, is that if you can come out with these Mutalisks quick enough, you can usually deny this third from going down. Your Mutalisks will usually get there as the hatchery is finishing up. So notice I'm not going for Overlords. I'm not going for anything else. I'm going straight for the third base. So you can see I'm forcing a cancel there on his spores. And I start to go for these Banelings. And yeah, pick off all those Banelings, because now I know that once those Banelings are down, I can bring in my Lings to help me try to take that base down. Starting to take a third of my own here, and I'm watching for him going for a counterattack. And I actually just barely see it. With these Lings, I saw a glimpse of those Lings moving the other way. So what you'll see here is you'll see me start to pick off this hatchery, and then say, you know what, no, I need to go back. I need to defend right now. I need to defend right now. So what I end up doing is I ended up grabbing one of my drones and throwing down an evolution chamber so that he can't actually get into the main. So I pick off that base, and now, you know what, I say, you know what, I'm going to have to cancel this. But no problem, I'm going to be able to take out some of these Lings here, and he can't get into my main, he can't do any damage here, and I've got full map control, so I'm feeling okay with that. Would have been better if he didn't force the cancel on my hatchery, but I'm ending up getting a lot of kills here on his Lings. And now I'm just going to be able to retake that exactly. I just canceled that, and then with that drone started to rebuild that third instantly. And now my Mutalisk count is getting high. I'm up to currently 17 Mutalisks, 18 Mutalisks, with 2 more on the way right now. No upgrades going down here, but I'm fully saturated in all my bases here. No upgrades going down yet for my Lings. I like to just have more Mutalisks, and now my Mutalisks poking in here, seeing some Hydralisks, but seeing that the Hydralisk count isn't that high. So I'm just going to start to focus them down. Hydralisks in small numbers do not do well against Mutalisks. They die really, really, really fast. I probably could have actually picked off the rest of those, but I opted not to. And yeah, so now I'm just going to be pulling back here, not being too greedy, but I want to continue to deny any third base. So as you can see, I'm putting an Overlord in position here to watch this third base. I've got this Overlord in position to watch that third base, and now I'm just going to try to harass as much as possible and as strongly as possible with these Mutalisks while I continue to get up drones for this third base. As you can see, I want to spread creep a little bit, because I would definitely want to connect creep to my third here. And you can see that he is just going for straight up Roach Hydra at this point. Not a whole lot of upgrades. He's got a +1 missile attacks there, but these Mutalisks now continue to be very annoying, poking up into the main, picking off some Overlord there, and I see a whole collection of Overlords here. So I managed to pick off 2 or 3 there, supply blocking him pretty hard, and now I'm just trying to be aggressive as possible, just not too worried. I know that I have my third up, and he doesn't have a third, so I don't want to be too greedy and try to get up too many drones here, because I know that eventually I'm going to have to fight a Roach Hydra composition here in a direct fight, and Lings alone aren't going to do it unless you have a lot of them. So at this point, I'm just trying to be really, really aggressive with these, and just trying to not be too greedy on my third. Throw up a few drones here and there, and it looks like I'm going to try to pick off this gas geyser, try to delay him as much as possible. Anything that I can get at this point is really, really good for me. Looks like he's going to be able to get an Overload there, but I see that this base is going down once again. So once again, I'm going to swoop around with these Mutalisks to deny it, and I realize that this is a good opportunity to come in here, force all of his units out here, and then to jump into the main. So force the cancel there, and then go straight into the main. Notice I go north, try to pull his Hydralisks as far up as I can, and then go diving straight into the main. Pick off the Spore Crawler as quick as I can, lose a couple of Mutas there, and now go in here, start to pick off Hydralisks as they come in one at a time, realize that they're coming in kind of slow, so I pick off another Hydralisk there for free, and now back to that third again, trying to deny that third again. So doing a really, really good job of denying this third. Now we do see a round of drones coming out here for me, because I decide, you know what, I'm in a pretty good spot right now. I've got a whole lot of Zerglings here, so even if they're unupgraded Zerglings, I'm in a good spot. I'm being very defensive, some at the third, some at the natural, so I'm feeling really, really good here, and continuing to be really aggressive here. And finally, I see that his army's moving out, and so I say, okay, now it's time to defend. Gonna be super extra safe, get way more Banelings than I need. 23 Banelings now coming out here, morphing in a whole lot of Zerglings here, because now I know that I've got a little bit of mining on a third, which he does not have. So now I'm moving in here with these Mutalisks here, and just waiting for the engagement. I need these to try to connect these Banelings with his Hydralisk. These Banelings do have they do have their Baneling speed here, and I'm move commanding all the way through his army because I don't want to connect with Roaches. And there we go, the Hydralisks go down, and once the Hydralisks are down, forces the GG out of Caretaker, and Caretaker is taken down for my third win of the night. Excellently played game by both players here, but This is why I like this Mulus style. I hate the Mulus style. It's really annoying and it's really stupid. But at the same time, like, it's the style that I'm most comfortable with. So I end up going for it, and I feel like I do it fairly well. So it's the style I end up going with, even though I feel like a dick every time I do it. Anyway, I cast a lot of games today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed those casts. If you did, please hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that like button down below. Check out 2-Minute Tutorials, which is the new series. And that's going to do it for me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. GLiTCH out. Oh, God, I forgot the GG button.